I got my hands on the brand new fragrances from NOYZ Fragrances. It's kind of an edgy, new, modern fragrance house, and I'm gonna give you guys all of my honest thoughts. Hello, my gorgeous ones. Welcome to Aleisha Budget Beauty. My name is Aleisha. Here on my channel, I love all things affordable, fashion, beauty, and fragrance. I do hauls, tutorials, reviews, honest fragrance reviews, all sorts of fun stuff. So if that sounds good to you, please subscribe, stick around, be a friend. Okay, you guys, so NOYZ actually sent me over the fragrances that I'm going to be reviewing for you guys today. And I'm going to be 100% transparent with you guys. When they first sent their email, and it said ZAYN MALIK is even a fan, I thought it was a scam. I genuinely did not believe it was a real fragrance brand. I went to their Instagram, and at that time they only had 2 posts up. I never heard anything about them. I kind of disregarded the email. Pretty shortly after that, maybe a week or 2 later, I saw it being teased, released at Ulta. I saw some people talking about it, and I was like, oh shoot, that was legit. That wasn't a scam. So I went ahead and accepted the PR, and I'm so glad that I did, because I prejudged wrong. I'm really, really impressed with these fragrances, downright obsessed with a couple of them. And the whole ZAYN MALIK part of that, if you guys don't know, for some reason, he used to be a member of One Direction. Like everyone else in that band, they're off doing their own things. He has his own music, his own thing going, his own style. I'm still a little confused how he plays into this brand. He's definitely tied in somehow. He's not a founder though, or he's not the founder, because when you actually go on the NOYZ website, it is somebody else. It is not ZAYN MALIK. He might be an investor, I'm not positive, or just maybe the face of the brand. Regardless, I really like where this brand is going aesthetically, and also the quality of the fragrances. So let's just go ahead and get into them. All right, so really fun. They sent over this bag that says NOYZ, and it's NOYZ. I really like this bag. It's very, kind of trendy. It reminds me of a puffer jacket. Really, really cool. And then they sent over a full size of what is their kind of star of the show, I believe. And I don't want to get demonetized because it is a curse word. So it is a day is what it's called. I'll put it on the screen so you guys can see it with some bleeped letters. And I kind of get why they named it this in a couple of ways. I'll talk about that here in a minute. And then they also sent over the little travel set here. Now, the whole kind of vibe of the brand is to be real, and fragrance not to be this sort of unattainable, magical, realm that no one like really believes exists. Like I think they even reference on their website, like, forget about like white horses and princesses or something and magical fields. Like, let's talk about the way that we really want to smell, like true stories of your day and the fragrances that you wear around them. And I think that's really cool, kind of edgy, a little bit different. And so let's just go ahead and talk about this first one, because I love it so, so much. So yes, this is day. And I get one where they're going, because they're saying, hey, let's be real. Like, everyone has this type of day. Let's call it fragrance that, instead of calling it like unicorn puffs or something like that. Like, let's call it what it is. So I get that, but also it's kind of a perfect scent profile and fragrance to be named that, because if I'm having one of those days, this is absolutely something that I would wear, because I find this fragrance to be incredibly comforting for me and relaxing. And it's kind of the ultimate, yes, I'd want to wear that when I'm having a really, really horrible day. So they categorize this as an amber aromatic fragrance. And the notes in here are eucalyptus leaves, ocean air, coconut water, bergamot, salted fig, clary sage, blue violet, French lavender, cucumber, Venezuelan tonka bean, sea-soaked woods, Baltic amber, and cedar wood. So yes, this is a very aromatic fragrance. because it has that eucalyptus in there. I mean, eucalyptus has, you know, always been something that you use for relaxation, for healing. So that really makes sense. Like if you're having a bad day and you just kind of want to be healed and you want to be comforted, that it would have eucalyptus in here. Very calming effect. Lavender is also a calming scent. You have that clary sage in here. This fragrance to me is like if you go into a spa, if you're getting a massage, like what they would pump into the air to just get you all like ooey gooey, in the flow, in the zone, just chilled out is what this brings to me. There's also that salty ocean air in here, the salted fig, the bergamot, and then there's a little bit of like comforting woody notes in the base. This is so addictive for me. I actually think it's also a perfect nighttime fragrance, like to bed. I wore this on one arm and then the one I'm going to talk about next on the other arm. And I just felt so relaxed. I felt safe. I felt comforted. And the two of those together, oh my goodness, create the most beautiful scent bubble that I'll talk about here in a minute. But I'm really, really impressed with this. And I think it's perfectly unisex. Really, all of these are very genderless based. This is one of my favorite fragrances that I've smelled this year. And I was not expecting that. It is amazing. Okay, the next one in here, and you guys, I go back and forth on which one's my favorite. I thought a different one was my favorite one that I haven't talked about yet at first. Then I went to this one being my favorite. Then I went to Day to be my favorite. And now I'm kind of back to this one. So that just means it's a really good lineup. So this one is Lost and Found. The notes are Italian lemon, Australian pink pepper, jasmine petals, rhubarb, raspberry blossom, cedarwood, crisp amber, and pink sugar. You guys, there is something about this. I cannot quite put my finger on it. It has to be the cedarwood in here. But it reminds me so much of like a ski lodge, like trips that I took growing up when we would go skiing and you're up in the mountains, and that first step that you take out of the car when you've parked your vehicle at the cabin that you're staying in, and you get like the fresh pine trees all around you and the crisp air. It is so pretty. And then I also get sort of like a lingering that there was a fire going, and outside, like a campfire, and it's already been put out. You know, it's not that it's not smoky. It's just like that the wood that they used for the campfire is still kind of smoldering. So you're not really getting the smoke, but you're getting the actual like firewood from it with that fresh sort of pine smell. And then you have like a really kind of soft lemon. It's not overly tart. It's kind of this awesome combination of something like soft, citrusy, and also very fresh, pining, crisp, cool. It is really, really impressive. And it's not heavy, so I'm fine wearing it in the summertime, like in the evening. But oh my goodness, come cold weather season, I cannot even tell you how excited I am to wear this. There's a few other fragrances that give me this sort of feel. Opera by Ellis Brooklyn, and also Cape Heartache by Imaginary Authors. They both have this sort of piney mountain feel to both of those fragrances that I just crave wearing in the wintertime. And this is similar to that. It is incredible. I'm just blown away by this, of how much I love this fragrance. And last night, having this on one arm and the other one on the other arm, I just kept catching a whiff of myself, and I was like, I am in heaven here. I feel relaxed. I feel kind of invigorated at the same time. I feel so cozy. Beautiful. This Lost and Found will be a favorite come wintertime. Okay, now Unmute, I think might be maybe the crowd favorite in my opinion, possibly. Okay, so the notes in here are cassia, black plum, clary sage, cinnamon pistachio, cashmere woods, incense, Madagascar, vanilla, crisp amber. This is a very rich, deep vanilla. I think probably more appropriate for colder season. I imagine fall, winter time, this being really, really beautiful. It's very sensual. There's a lot of depth to this. This is not your basic vanilla. It's not your super sweet vanilla. This is a very complex, upscale, real rounded, lots going on, lots of depth type of vanilla. And I get a little bit of like that incense that comes through. It's a little bit heavier, so I would definitely say it's more cold weather appropriate. There's even this kind of tobacco that I get. I always get tobacco out of plum. And so even though tobacco isn't listed here, as it dries down, it's sort of incensey, tobacco-y, vanilla, rich. It's beautiful. Again, I just think this is gonna come alive come cold weather season. All right, last we have Love Club. And this is one I kind of go back and forth on between kind of liking it, kind of not liking it, kind of loving it. I smell something different every single time that I smell this, which for a fragrance lover, I think is very exciting. Like whether or not I land upon loving this or not, the fact that I want to keep going back to it and figuring it out and smelling it is exciting to me. So this is saffron, Sichuan pepper, Italian mandarin, bergamot, Tuscan leather, Turkish pink, rose, wild raspberry, violet, whipped marshmallow, ebony woods, patchouli, and black amber. There's a lot going on in this fragrance. This is a very strong rose with a lot of leather going on, the raspberry. There's something about this. I didn't realize it the first time that I wore it. And then the second time I was like, wait, is this a cannabis fragrance? And I went and looked at the notes and it's not listed, but I swear I get a little hint of cannabis in here. And I know some people really love cannabis fragrances. It's not really, really overpowering. It's not like Lit, if you smelled Lit by Five Senses. It's not that strong and obvious. It's sort of in the dry down and you're like, is it there or isn't it? So I don't know if it's possibly the patchouli in there. Maybe it's a Szechuan pepper. Maybe it's a mixture of things that's making it smell like that. Or maybe there is a hidden note in there, but I swear I smell it a little bit. I keep trying to figure out if I like this or not. I do really love a good rose fragrance, and like saffron and rose together can be really, really beautiful. I'm still just figuring this one out, but I do think that seasoned niche lovers might really, really love this. I think the whole brand is great for niche lovers to go into the market, into the mainstream market like it is, and show up in Ulta and have these sort of complex niche leaning DNA to these fragrances is really, really cool, really, really exciting. It makes me very pleased and excited about this brand. Honestly, I'm very, very impressed. I'm very surprised how much I love it. I think they've done an amazing job and I cannot wait to see what else that they put out. So that is it, you guys. That is my review of NOYZ. Let me know if you guys are excited about this brand. Let me know which one sounds the most like you out of these scents. Thank you so much for watching. And as always, have fun shopping, budget shopping. Bye.